All right, so spinning again. Planned obsolescence is an open secret and nobody is doing anything about it. So first, let me just type it down. What this means, I don't know. Planned obsolescence meaning is a business strategy where a product is deliberately designed with an artificially limited useful life. Manufacturers intentionally make items frail, difficult to repair, or incompatible with updates so that they will inevitably fail or become obsolete, forcing consumers to buy replacements sooner. Functional obsolescence, engineering products with parts that are guaranteed to wear out, like non-replaceable batteries, making the item too expensive or impossible to repair. Right. So smartphones like Apple and Samsung have faced investigations and fines for throttling the performance of older phones through software updates to push consumers towards buying the newest models. Yeah, this is a very good example. Then we have the Phoebus cartel, a historical 1925 agreement between major light bulb manufacturers to artificially cap the lifespan of incandescent bulbs from 2500 hours to 1000 hours to increase the sales. So, what is the exact topic? Let me see. Planned obsolescence is an open secret and nobody is doing anything about it. So, let's just give it this much time. Planned obsolescence is an open secret and nobody is doing anything about it. So, this basically is, let us look at more definitions here. It's a business strategy actually where a product is intentionally designed to break, slow down, or become outdated after a set time period. So this applies in smartphones as we just saw, where these engineers and software developers are making the items, making these smartphones or tablets, uh, they're throttling their these smartphones by you know initiating software updates so as to push the people to buy their newer products, their newer models. And planned obsolescence makes sure that people are constantly in that cycle of buying and consuming whatever the company is selling out to them. So this is actually a business strategy to keep the people hooked onto their brand or their company so that they keep gaining their profits. So it's actually a profit gaining tactic for them. And nobody is doing anything about it because everyone is involved. Everyone looks for profits from wherever they can achieve those profits. The vendor, from the vendor to the business owner to whoever, everyone just wants their share. So no one is no one would definitely want to no one would really want to intervene with the process that has been set up. And if they're obviously gaining you know profit from that, why would they even bother? So as we saw here, fast fashion as well, cheaply made clothing that loses its shape or color after a few washes, pushing you to buy new trends. Or printers, built-in software or microchips that prevent the printer from working if you use third-party ink cartridges, or that brick the printer after a certain number of pages. So, is it legal? Is another thing. So it is largely legal, but it exists in a gray area. While companies are free to design products with specific lifespans, they can face legal action under consumer protection or antitrust laws if they use deceptive practices, prevent independent repairs, or fail to disclose software updates that degrade performance. So where do these companies get sued? Though the design of a product to fail or fade is rarely prosecuted, manufacturers have faced major legal penalties and class action lawsuits for deceitful practices. For example, software throttling. Companies like Apple and Samsung have faced fines from consumer protection agencies and lawsuits for issuing performance updates that deliberately slow down older phones without notifying users. Cartridge lockouts. Printer manufacturers have faced lawsuits for artificially preventing devices from operating when ink levels are low, even if the cartridge is not empty, and anti-repair tactics.